Once on the farthest edge of a vast and tangled forest, where the trees whispered secrets to the wind and the owls blinked with knowing eyes, there lived a girl named Vasilisa. She was no ordinary child. Brave of heart and quick of mind, Vasilisa had learned the ways of the woods not from books or teachers, but from her father, a skilled woodsman who raised her alone in a small cottage.
You track better than a wolf, Vasilisa.
That's because wolves never had you to teach them.
They had each other and little else, but they were happy. But the forest, for all its beauty, held a darkness at its core, and when the first frost fell, that darkness came knocking. It began with a shiver in her father's hands. Then came the coughing, deep, rattling, and dry. He grew pale and hollow-eyed. His strength ebbed like a receding tide.
Try the pine bark tea again, please.
You've always been stronger than me.
Vasilisa tried everything she knew, but nothing worked. By the seventh day, he no longer spoke. His eyes were closed more often than they were open. His breathing was thin. That night, while the wind howled like wolves across the chimney, Vasilisa dreamt.
Beyond the whispering trees, past the river that remembers, lies the house that walks and never slumbers. Inside, the witch holds power and potion, but beware the price for her dark devotion.
Vasilisa knew the stories, everyone did. The house on chicken legs, the iron-toothed witch, Baba Yaga. At dawn, she packed what little she could. A crust of barley bread, a strip of dried trout, her father's old flint knife, a silver hairpin from her mother, and a small jar of goose fat for the cold.
I'll come back with a cure.
At first, the trees welcomed her. They knew her scent, her light step. Squirrels chattered above. A fox watched silently from the underbrush. But as noon passed, the familiar trails twisted. The sun hung too long in the sky, as though time itself was unsure.
Beyond the whispering trees, past the river that remembers. Beyond the whispering trees, past the river that remembers.
By dusk, Vasilisa reached a clearing. In the center stood a willow tree, gnarled and hollow. She approached, feeling a strange pull. Inside the hollow trunk was a skeleton of a bird, wings stretched, beak open in a silent cry. Around it, etched into the wood, were runes older than the forest itself. She touched one, and the willow spoke not in words, but in feeling.
Kindness opens doors where strength cannot.
Thank you.
That night she slept in the crook of a tree. The stars blinked like ancient eyes above. By the second day, she reached the river. It was not wide, but it was deep, and it did not run straight. It curled like a snake across the land, whispering in 1,000 tongues.
River that remembers, let me pass, and I will carry your memory.
You speak the old way. So few remember how. But I ask you, what will you forget to save the one you love?
My fear. I will forget my fear.
The river spirit smiled and the waters parted and Vasilisa crossed.
Beyond the whispering trees, past the river that remembers.
By twilight, she saw the skulls. Then she saw it. The house on chicken legs, pacing restlessly, turning this way and that. Vasilisa stepped up to the gate.
Oh, poor thing.
Now the gate swung open silently.
This is for you. Calm down, little one.
You've come far, and soon you'll meet the mistress. Be clever, little girl, and generous. It may save your life.
The door opened with a groan, and there she stood, Baba Yaga.
Well, 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 a child in my woods. What do you want?
My father is sick. I came for a cure.
And what will you give me in return?
I will cook and clean and serve you for one night, if you promise to give me the cure.
We'll see. If you're worthy. Sweep the yard until every speck of dust is gone. If I find one, I'll feed you to my geese.
Yes, Grandmother.
Vasilisa swept. The thorns tore her hands. The dust danced to escape.
Use this.
Vasilisa swept with the pine, and the dust clung like iron filings to a magnet. By sunset, the yard gleamed.
Boil stew with no fire, no water, and no meat.
How?
Vasilisa lit a fire with the feather. Melted dew from the leaves and boiled the pine cone.
Don't sleep. Watch my fire. If it dies, so do you.
Vasilisa sat by the hearth. Hours passed. Her eyes drooped. The flames flickered. Then the golden leaf in her pocket pulsed with light. It glowed gently, keeping her awake. The fire burned steady till dawn.
You've done well. Too well. This will heal your father.
But I feel you still plan to eat me.
Of course I do. You're clever and strong. Just the kind I like, with a bit of garlic and thyme.
Vasilisa didn't wait. She turned and ran. Vasilisa pulled the silver hairpin from her hair and threw it behind her. It became a wall of mirrors. Vasilisa threw the golden leaf. It burst into a field of sunflowers, tall and thick. The witch tore through them, but they slowed her. Vasilisa threw her last item, the flint knife. It struck the ground and split the earth. A chasm opened, and from it rose a wall of fire. Baba Yaga screeched and flew back, beaten. Vasilisa kept on running. She crossed the remembering river, which carried her gently now. The willow tree bowed its branches as she passed. At last, she reached the cottage. Her father lay still. With shaking hands, she uncorked the flask and poured 3 drops into his mouth. Nothing. Then his chest rose. He coughed. His fingers twitched.
I'm home.
Vasilisa never spoke of the exact path she took, nor the words the river whispered. But those who heard her story called her Vasilisa the Brave. In time, she became a healer. She taught others how to listen to trees, how to respect rivers, and how to honor their promises. As for Baba Yaga, she waits still, patient, deep in the forest, where her house paces on restless legs. And if you ever hear a swoosh, swoosh, swoosh behind you, you'd better run.